Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Ace here, back with another props video, man. We had another profitable day in the Discord. It was slightly profitable. It wasn't the most profitable, but hey, profit is profit. We went 3-0 on our straights slash like slip, basically the non-juice props. We went 3-0 on those. We had Kramer over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 130 odds. That cashed easy. He had like five in, I believe it was 42 pitches, so he cashed very, very early on. And we kind of faded the community on that one because a lot of people were taking his under just because his last 5 games. I kind of talked about that in the write up. Like a lot of people probably would see that prop and just take the under because the last five, but that's just fucking stupid. Because when I woke up, the prop was actually minus 120, so we kind of got bad value on it because a lot of people, I guess, they just took his under because they just saw that he's been chalking. But we gave a really good write up. We basically like every single chalk that he's had recently was against bottom 10 teams that just do not strike out, and then he played the Mets, who are like 11th in the most strikeouts. So basically, it was just a really good matchup for him, really good get back matchup for him, and he cashed easily. We had the Diamondbacks money line, which I believe was in the YouTube video as well, if I'm not mistaken. That cashed as well. This one also got bad. We also got bad value on this one, bro. I woke up and it was minus 130, which I have no idea why the odds went more in the favor. I have no clue, bro. I have no idea why it went more in the favor of the Marlins, bro. That did confuse the hell out of me, but we still cashed it easily. It was never really a sweat. Like the Diamondbacks took the lead, and then the Marlins were always like kind of in the game, which they usually are, always just kind of in the game. But like they were never really a threat. And with the Diamondbacks, how good their BP is, they got Puck. Puck's been playing well for them surprisingly, and then Justin Martinez is just the goat. So that one cashed as well. And then I gave a DraftKings slip. I gave out Cabrera over 1.5 earned runs allowed, plus the Giants money line, which actually ended up being plus 123 odds as a slip, which is really, really good because I really like that Cabrera line. And then I just added the Giants money line as a dejuicer because they were playing the White Sox. They had Robbie Ray starting too. And so we actually got plus odds on that one, plus 123. So we went up 1.3 units on the straights. And then the juice lines were the ones that actually chalked. The Royals money line chalk, Seager hit chalked, and then Altuve hit cashed. So those were the ones that did bad. But that's, it is what it is. It happens. But I'm happy that at least the non-juice ones cash because those are the ones that give you more profit. Obviously, right? Like they're the non-juice lines. So it is what it is, and we still profit on the day. So that's all that matters. But yeah, another profitable day in the Discord. Remember, guys, if you guys want every single play, make sure you guys join the Discord. The link of the Discord will be in the description of this video. Usually $25 a month, but your first month is only $15, so take advantage of that deal. If you have never joined before, take advantage of that offer. Only $15 for your first month. You get every single play. Right now in the Discord, I have like 7 plays out right now. I have one play that I really, really like in the Discord right now. But the YouTube video, they don't get those plays. You don't get every single play. You only get like half unit plays usually. The other day we did some 1 unit plays and both of them cashed in the YouTube video, bro. You could be getting way more 1 unit plays and cashing in the Discord. Just take advantage, bro. Just join the Discord. You're wasting your time if you don't. But anyway, let's get into these props. I got 3 props for y'all. All of them are gonna be half a unit. 2 of them are gonna be juice lines, and then one of them is gonna be a plus odds slip. So I'll save that for last. But anyway, let's get into the props. The first one is going to be Corbin Carroll for a hit, bro. He's back. He's super back. He's been on a fucking tear recently. He's cashed this line in his last 21 out of 23 games, as you can see right here. He's cashed this line in his last 21 out of 23 games against right-handed pitchers. I knew, I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right data. Yeah, so he's cashed his line in his last 21 out of 23 games against righties. He's also batting. He doesn't have really good batting numbers on the year because he started off very, very poorly. But as of late, cash in his last 21 out of 23. So that's an insane hit rate. He also bats leadoff with Cattell being injured. Cattell is out for this game. So he's been batting leadoff in his spot, and that's huge potential for 5 plate appearances, obviously. And he's been getting 5 plate appearances quite frequently with Cattell being injured because the Diamondbacks are the best team against right-handed pitchers right now in the league, which also remember that because that's also going to be for a future prop at the end of this video. It's going to be in the slip. But yeah, huge potential for 5 plate appearances. Cattell's out. He's batting leadoff. He's batting very, very well. Cashed in his last 21 out of 23. Facing Roddery Munoz, who's allowing a 333 against left-handed batters at home. No Diddy, we have taken advantage of Rodri Munoz this year, bro. Like, he's terrible against lefties. And we've been taking left-handed batters against him for a very, very long time, and it's been cashing us. He even cashed us on a lotto. We had Ellie De La Cruz home run against him, and he cashed first at bat, first pitch too. So we've made a lot of money off of left-handed batters against Rodri Munoz, and hopefully we get to do the same here again with Corbin Carroll. Also, as you guys can tell, Corbin's batting very, very well in August. He's also batting very well specifically against the sinker and the cutter in the month of August, which are Rodri Munoz's second and third favorite pitches. So he's also batting pretty well against those two pitches that Rodri does use a lot. So Corbin Carroll for a hit, I'm liking it for half a unit. And then the second juice prop, sorry if I sound weird, I got my retainer in, so it might sound like I have a lisp. But the second prop is going to be Jack Flaherty, 7+ Ks, so over 6.5 strikeouts. That's the second juice line of the video. So he's cashed his line in 67% of games this year. He's also cashed in 3 straight games with the Dodgers. He had 7 against Oakland, 10 against Pittsburgh, and then 7 against Milwaukee. He's cashed in 3 straight games. He's averaging 8 strikeouts per game in those last 3 games. He's facing the Seattle Mariners, which you guys know. Strikeouts against the Mariners, man, have been a recipe for success all season long. They are striking out at the second highest rate in the last in the last 3 weeks to right-handed pitchers. They have a 27.5% strikeout rate to right-handed pitchers in the last 3 weeks. So very, very good. They strike out a ton against righties and the lefties, but very much more against righties. 8 of the 9 batters that are expected to be in the Mariners lineup have a 22.4% strikeout rate or higher against right-handed pitchers, and 7 of the 9 projected batters have a 26.2% strikeout rate or higher against right-handed pitchers. So as you can see, very, very high strikeout numbers there from this lineup. Flaherty also has a 32.2% strikeout rate on the year, which is in the 97th percentile. So one of the best strikeout pitchers in the league. Very, very good strikeout pitcher here. Also, his main strikeout pitches are going to be his fastball, his knuckle curve, and his slider in order. Most strikeouts from his fastball, then the knuckle curve, then the slider. 8 of the 9 batters that are projected to be in the lineup have a 23% or higher strikeout rate against the fastball. So very, very good. 8 of the 9 batters have a 28.6% strikeout rate or higher against the curveball. So absolutely amazing strikeout numbers, hopefully with that knuckle curve that he has. And then 6 of the 9 batters have a 32% strikeout rate or higher against the slider. So literally all 3 of his strikeout pitches should be very, very effective against this Mariners lineup that strikes out a ton in general and strikes out a ton against those 3 specific pitches. So very, very good matchup for him. You can't really ask for a better matchup for Flaherty here. Neutral ump as well, so should not be getting bullshit calls. At least we hope it's a neutral ump. But you never know with this bullshit. But yeah, Flaherty 7+ strikeouts, over 6.5 strikeouts, however you want to call it. Half a unit on this as well. And then the last prop of the video is going to be a FanDuel Slip with plus odds money on it. Let's get into that FanDuel Slip. You could take this on DraftKings, but right now, currently, it has better odds on FanDuel. It's going to be the Diamondbacks and Marlins game, which cashed us out a ton yesterday. Hopefully, it does the same today. It's going to be a little interesting thing that I haven't done too much, but I'm kind of, I guess, dipping my feet into it. It's going to be total runs lines, which I haven't done too much, but I'm liking this slip, and you'll see in the write up. So. It's going to be Diamondbacks over 4.5 runs, and then Marlins over 1.5 runs. You combine them together in a same game parlay, it's plus 120 odds. I posted it at plus 119, so basically the same thing, but I'm just going to track it as plus 119 because that's what I posted it at. But anyway, let's get into the write-ups for these. So let's talk about Diamondbacks over 4.5 total runs firstly. Because it's minus 120, and then the Marlins is kind of like a dejuicer. So the main prop is going to be the Diamondbacks one, but the Diamondbacks are over this total runs line in their last 4 out of 7 games against right-handed pitchers. The Diamondbacks, like I said, they were the best team against right-handed pitchers earlier for Corbin Carroll's write-up. Diamondbacks have the highest OBP, the highest slugging, and the highest WRC against right-handed pitchers in the last 3 weeks. So very, very good. The best in literally every single one of those categories. And those are the most important categories for scoring. On base percentage, slugging, and WRC. So really, really good against righties. Munoz are facing Roddery Munoz, who's absolutely terrible. He's one of the worst pitchers in the entire league this year, at least. He has a 6.56 expected ERA, bro. Think about that. 6.56 expected ERA, man. Look at this. He's in the literal worst percentile in the entire league. The lowest percentile in the entire league. Okay, they changed it to 6.55. So, same thing basically, but 6.55 expected ERA, the lowest percentile in the entire league out of all pitchers. I'm sorry for yelling, but that's just crazy, man. He's been dog shit this year. He's also allowed the 10th most home runs in the entire league, but he's actually played the least amount of games of anyone in that top 10. So think about that. He's top 10 in most home runs allowed, but he's played the least amount of games out of anyone in that top 10. He's played 4 fewer games than the closest guy in that top 10. So if you really think about it, if you took the average of those top 10 guys and Munoz played however many more games it would take to get to that average, probably like 6, 7 more games, he would definitely be number 1 in most home runs allowed. So he's allowing a ton of home runs, especially against left-handed batters, which I'm about to get into right now. Talk about that. He's allowing a 674 slugging against left-handed batters. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like 450/400 is like league average slugging allowed. He's allowing a 674 slugging against left-handed batters. The Diamondbacks have 6 deadly left-handed batters projected to be in the lineup. Corbin Carroll, deadly. Jake McCarthy, deadly. Jock Peterson, deadly. Josh Bell, he has some power on him. ADC's been killing it as of late. He's a lefty, and Perdomo is pretty damn good, and he's a lefty as well. So 6 really, really solid left-handed batters expected to be in the lineup. And if he does not get shelled, bro, if the Diamondbacks can't score 5 runs, bro, I would just be shocked. Based on that whole write-up, I would just be shocked. But anyway, let's get into the dejuicer part. It's going to be the Marlins over 1.5 runs. So basically for them to score 2 runs. They've cashed this line in their last 8 out of 9 games against left-handed pitchers. So they batted pretty well against lefties. They've cashed against some really tough left-handed pitchers such as Lodolo, Max Fried, Jeffrey Springs, David Peterson, Sean Manaea, etc. Now they face a lefty who's really, really bad. They're facing Jordan Montgomery, who has a 6.25 ERA. Absolutely terrible. This pitcher battle, bro. This pitcher duel is literally the biggest mid-off of the season. Jordan Montgomery versus Roddery Munoz is terrible. Marlins have the 14th slugging against left-handed pitchers, and they also have the 9th highest WRC against left-handed pitchers in the last month. Which, when you think of the Marlins, you're like, they're mid. They're pretty trash. You would not think that they'd be slightly above average against lefties, but they are. They've got the 14th slugging and the 9th highest WRC against lefties in the last month. So they've actually been slightly above average here against lefties, which is pretty good for us here. They only scored 1 run against Eduardo Rodriguez yesterday, which is the only left-handed pitcher that they've chalked this line to in the last 9 left-handed pitchers. But they got pretty unlucky, to be fair. I watched the whole game because we had a lot of action in that game. They had 7 hits and they got walked twice, and they were only able to score 1 run. They had a few doubles too. They had a few extra base hits. Like they really got unlucky. They left runners stranded, which is typical Marlins, but only scoring 1 run, which they have not done often against left-handed pitchers. That probably won't happen again back-to-back games. So not too worried about that as a dejuicer. And now they get one of the worst left-handed pitchers in the league, who's way worse than Eduardo Rodriguez, Jordan Montgomery. So not too worried about that. Also, very fun fact to end off the write-up. When Jordan Montgomery has pitched in 17 straight games, okay, 17 straight games that Jordan Montgomery has pitched this year, the opponent was able to score 2+ runs in the game. Think about that. I'll let the write-up end with that. So those are gonna be the 3 props / slip for the YouTube video. I have way more in my Discord. I have really better plays in the Discord, to be honest. I have a play that I really like in there right now. It's definitely gonna get bumped. It's already bumped on DraftKings, but it's still there on FanDuel. But anyway, for the YouTube video, Corbin Carroll hit half a unit. Flaherty 7+ strikeouts, half a unit, and then the FanDuel parlay, Diamondbacks over 4.5 runs, Marlins over 1.5 runs for +120 slip right there, half a unit on this as well. That's gonna be it for the YouTube video, guys. Remember, guys, if you guys want every single play, you guys want to be profitable for the month, you guys want to make some money, you guys want to have a little side hustle, join the Discord. Link of the Discord will be in the description of this video. And if you have never joined before, only $15 for your first month, so take advantage of that. another profitable day. Hopefully we have another one today. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.